In the last video, I showed you how to get rid of all of the large section of white around this image. Now, as you can see, if I was to zoom in, which we should know how to do now, I'm going to go to 200%, and I scroll across like this, you can see that there's actually still a few sections of white around the hair, and also a little bit in there. So, what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to click on this little section here and delete that. And then these bits here are a little bit more tricky. So as you can see, if I click on these little sections of white, it's only selecting very small areas. So what I'm going to do is I want to pick up all of the shades of white in this area. So I'm going to change the tolerance now to about 50. Press enter and then click on the white, and you can see that it's actually selecting a lot more, and so I can do it a lot quicker. And so be careful though, because you don't want to cut out too much. It doesn't matter if we get some of the hair at this point, and a little bit there and there and there and oops and there, a little bit there. So go over those little white bits if you can, but if it's going to select a lot of the hair, then don't do it. Now then, the next bit we're going to do is you can see that it's actually quite jagged, it's quite pixelated there around the outside. Now it doesn't look too bad if I was to zoom out, but if I zoom in you can see clearly that it is. And to solve this problem, we're going to smooth it out using the blur tool. And the blur tool is over here, is this teardrop icon here. If you click on that, we get this little cursor change here. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to click and drag over the edges just to smooth them out, particularly where they're quite jagged, like here. So what I need to do, I can change the size of the blur tool up here. I can make it really big, but I don't want it to be really big. I want it to be about size 7 or 8. That'll be fine. And all I do, I'm going to show you how I'm going to do this section here, and then you can do the rest for yourself. So I'm going to click and drag over the outside where it's quite jagged, like so. And if you feel like you need to do a little bit more, you can do, just go over it again. But just be careful not to do it too much, otherwise it can look quite strange. So I'm going to go down the arm here, and down here, and this bit's particularly bad, so I'm going to change that as well. And down here, and you can just keep going all the way around on all of the outsides like I've just shown you, and then when you zoom out you can see that it's actually a lot smoother by there. So that's what you need to do now, is cut out the rest of the white bits using the magic wand tool, and then smooth out those jagged edges using the blur tool.